Hey guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Eachine VTX03, and this is a lot like the TX03 that was on my channel about a week ago. And I just got this in, and you can see this is somewhat similar but also a lot different. It's just the video transmitter by itself with a whip antenna instead of a cloverleaf antenna, and it does not have a camera built in like the all-in-one. And actually I took the TX03 out of my micro right there, and I'm going to actually stick the VTX03 in there with another camera. And I just want to show you the difference between these two. The board in the back is a little bit different. It's a little bit taller. There's a little bit extra space down here for these connectors, and obviously you can see there's a cloverleaf antenna on the TX03, and you've got a removable whip antenna here, a linear whip antenna that you could take off with this UFL connector that is on the VTX03. And just like the TX03, the VTX03 is power switchable from 0, 25, 50, and 200 milliwatts. And it also will run off a 1S Lipo. I think it's 3.5 to 5.5 volts is the voltage range. And obviously you have a connector here for a camera. I don't know what camera this would connect with. It didn't say in the documentation. I'm assuming that they probably have one that fits this connector. This is a 1mm pitch JST connector. So I don't have any cameras that have this connector. And by the way, it outputs 5 volts. So you need a camera that can take 5 volts. So I have a one of these older Pico cameras that were on my channel quite a bit. And I took this off of another micro, and I'm going to basically just cut off this connector here and then solder it to this and use this camera instead of the camera that usually comes with these all-in-ones. I think the quality is pretty similar. I think this is like 600 TVL, so it should be pretty similar in terms of field of view and video quality. But what I think is the nice thing about these is, as long as your camera is 5 volt capable, you can connect it to pretty much any camera you want. So I think I'm gonna install this here in the micro and get some flight footage, and I think later on what I'll do is I'll put it into something a little bit bigger and maybe connect like a CCD camera, like a Runcam Swift or something else of that type, bigger camera that can take 5 volts and get a much better video at 200 milliwatts. I think the nice thing about these is you can lay this flat inside your little micro quad, which I'm going to do something like this, and then have the camera mounted, or I'm sorry, the antenna mounted up like this and out of the way of the props, and I think it'll do pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll connect this up to the camera, and I'll show you what that looks like. Let me give you a quick look at the documentation. This is what is basically one page. That's what it looks like, and shows you the same instructions for switching your power, your channel, and your bands. It's identical to the way the TX03 works. I'll put a card up here in the corner if you want to see that review and just to see the functionality of that. You can then go to that video and get a demo of what how did you do all your setting changes. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and mount this, and then I'll show you what that looks like and put some flight footage up. Okay, so I'm always forgetting to weigh these things and put them in the video, so I'm just going to stick this in the edit, and this thing weighs at 2.87 grams. Okay guys, so I got the VTX03 mounted here on top of the flight controller. I moved my receiver underneath by the ESCs, and I just have the camera hot glued in there for now, just temporary. I took that connector off and I just direct soldered the 3 wires, just it's ground, 5 volts, and video to that wire, and have my VTX set to 50 milliwatts, and it's on Fat Shark 7, and I got video right now. You can see it's working. So I'll have shoot a little flight footage here right now. Apologies for the horrible jello here. I believe I just did a really bad job of mounting the camera in the on top of the foam block that I was using. Yeah, sorry about that. The transmission quality is pretty good. There's almost no breakups here, although the jello is quite distracting. Again, many apologies for that. But just pay attention to the video quality in terms of transmission breakups, and you'll see that the video transmitter is working very well.